So Tiger, these guys are all here to pretty much transform other people's lives. They've come from all over the world. Majority are from India, from all cities. And over the last year, 6 months, 3 months, they've gone through programs on human transformation. And what they're trying to do is they want to make a difference. I was telling about you earlier, saying this man is one of the most disciplined, one of the most focused, one of the most dedicated in his craft. So just a quick question. You were telling me earlier that you've got some, this kind of people you look up to that have driven you. So what makes you build that body? What makes you dance that way? What makes you fly in the air and do those amazing kicks? What drives you?
Well, firstly, good evening, good afternoon to everybody out there. Even though my profession requires me to be a hero, I think these guys out here, each one of you are real life heroes, including you, Arfeen.
Thank you very much.
I mean, doing what you do, helping so many people transform their lives, putting them before you, I mean that requires...
It does.
That's something special. I mean, you guys are definitely the real heroes.
Thank you. Give them a round of applause, guys.
You don't have to. But coming back to your question...
Yeah,
what drives me?
Yeah.
I don't know, ever since I was a child, really, I've had this innate drive in me to always do better, to succeed, to win. I've been very competitive growing up, For example, as far back as I can remember, it started with my sister, We used to compete with each other and say, "Arey, no, mom likes me more, dad likes me more. I can eat more than you. I can run faster than you. So whatever little thing, it all started from my childhood. It was just competition. Eventually, it became competition with myself as I grew up and matured a little bit. What I mean by that is every day, I try and better myself in that I ask myself a question when I wake up. So what is it today that I'm going to do to get better than I was yesterday? Wow. if I don't have an answer, if I don't have an answer to that question before I sleep, that means my day hasn't been productive.
Very good.
Every day I've got to, if there was another Tiger Shroff here standing in front of me, I would want to dance better than him. I would want to look better than him. I'd want to probably kick higher than him. Competition is something that drives me. I'm very insecure. That insecurity, that fear, is not a bad thing. It's something that what I feed on.
Sure.
It's something that takes me to the next level.
Look, I say to these people sometimes that my negativity in my mind actually drives you sometimes, doesn't it?
Right.
Like you're thinking to yourself, you know what? If I can't do something, then I must do something.
I'm motivated by fear, Fear is my best friend. I know people say, oh, fear shouldn't exist, but I think, if for me, I'm speaking from my personal experience, if I wasn't scared of, jumping from one building to another in an action sequence for one of my films,
Sure.
I probably wouldn't get a certain reaction from the audience
Sure.
while watching that film, or I probably wouldn't get that self-satisfaction.
Sure.
You know?
I think that vulnerability is also powerful, right? Because
Absolutely.
you know that
Yeah.
you can break, but then your quest to live. A lot of these guys, for example, their coaches, I encourage them, why don't you become speakers? Go out there and do like you're speaking right now. And the biggest problem
Like
they
right
said-
now, I'm so scared to talk in front of all you guys because this is I don't know what I can teach you guys. You guys are the coaches out there, not me. But,
no, trust me, I like I was saying, I remember, I don't know if you remember, we were talking on one of the film sets once with Ritik, and I was asking you about your discipline, about your workout, and you wake up at a certain time, you eat a certain food, you do a certain workout. It's kind of regimed, right?
Yes, it's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
It's a good thing to be disciplined. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I'm sure you guys know that.
That's it. There's a big challenge of that here.
What's more important is to apply that discipline, not only to. Yeah, thank you. Not only to. I mean, you can apply that discipline to everything. It could be health, it could be wellness, it could be your careers, your respective careers. For me, growing up, I always wanted to be an athlete.
Oh.
I was very bad at academics. I was always this. I shouldn't be saying this, but I never really cared much for education. Yeah. What mattered to me was, I used to only go to school to play sports, and because I was gifted physically, I thought, I'm getting attention because I'm the best player on my team, and I think that's what sort of drove me to go to school to get better at my academics, better in my sports, but that sports discipline eventually translated into my career years later.
Sure.
So I think like an athlete, even as an actor.
Wow.
And I think that's sort of helped me, So I think discipline is important for, any field really.
Thank you.
To reach somewhere.
So what do you do? Let's say, for example, you're about to go somewhere, and you come to a crossroad, and you've got to make a decision.
Yeah.
And you have to make a decision, and either way you go, the decision is tough. So you're not sure which the right direction is, but you want to make a decision. So what's the mindset?
Well, what's the finish line really?
So let's say the finish line is, okay, on one side, your finish line is, let's say that you let's talk about wealth, for example.
Wealth.
Yeah, so you know that you will achieve financial freedom, but along the way there are fears, and there are ditches, and there are maybe a couple of crocodiles there.
Sure.
So what do you do? Do you plan? Do you think? Do you go for it? What would you do? There's no right answer for this.
Yeah, like you said, there's no right answer.
There's no right answer.
You want my personal answer?
Yeah, just a personal perspective.
Sorry. You want me to stand up on a chair? Will that make your life easier?
You guys can sit down.
Or something?
Like, for example, there's some people, right? Some people will watch and wait for someone else to do it. Some people will not go and... What would you do? Yeah.
I'm very clear in my head what my blueprint is, what I want to be, what I want to do in life.
Superb.
And I'll take just about any route to get there. I mean, if you ask me to climb Mount Everest, 10 times in a day, even though that's impossible, I'll convince myself that I can do that just to get to my destination.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know what's interesting? We were talking about clarity right now. I was saying to people that the most successful people on earth are people that have clarity what they want.
Well, this is a cliche advice, but I don't know if any of you have applied this yet. But trust me, it works because I've used this on myself, and whatever little I've achieved today is an absolute blessing for me, and I credit it all to there shouldn't be a plan A if there's a plan B. It's as simple as that. There shouldn't be a plan A if there's a plan B. If you have a backup, if you're going to say, "Oh, I want to be an actor. I want to be a great actor," but if it doesn't work out, I don't mind being an assistant director and just
Sure.
watching the actors behind the camera. If that is your mindset going in, then you're planning to fail.
Yeah.
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
fail.
It's as simple as that.
So what about the other approach? Let's say, for example, you're going in one direction, and it doesn't work. So what do? You go to this, you try another approach, right? And you try another approach until you get to what you want.
I mean, absolutely. And these different avenues to get to your destination, it's absolutely applicable.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always find different ways to your direction, but there's one thing that is the same in all these avenues and all these roads, and that is your will to get there.
Yeah.
That is the hard work you put in. There's no shortcut to success, that's for sure.
Absolutely. It's really bizarre that the same language that you're speaking now is for the last 2-3 hours is what we're talking about, saying that there are no shortcuts. You've got to be clear. If you fail, you try another way. You fail, you try another way. But you've got to keep going no matter what happens. A lot of people in this room, because they've got family commitments, they've got security, money issues sometimes, and they want to go on this quest to do something, and in the back of their mind is that, oh my God, what if I fail? What if I fail? What if I fail? And what do? Do they quit their dreams, or do they continue? And my philosophy is, you go. You become bigger, you become awesome, you become incredible. But a lot of people are so scared of the pain when they fall down and they injure themselves and they spend the next 3 months wounded. But the other heroes will just get up and they'll find another way. So all I'll ask you to do, if you could, is just maybe one last message, just to let these guys know that the journey that they're going to take, it doesn't necessarily mean to be an easy one. But it's a righteous one, and what's your views about personal transformation and how important that is for people?
Well, it depends on what that transformation is, what that destination is. And then it depends on your approach to that destination. For example, I set short-term goals for myself, I set long-term goals for myself. But I want to work so hard that I want those long-term goals to become short-term goals. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
For example, when I became an actor, I said, यार मुझे ऋतिक रोशन की तरह डांस करना है. I want to dance like Hrithik Roshan.
Yeah.
3-4 years later, I'm dancing next to Hrithik Roshan in the song you guys just played.
Yeah.
That's how, that for me at that time was a long-term goal. But 3 years isn't that long, if you think about it.
Absolutely.
When you're an aspiring actor, when you're struggling, when you're, if you're talking about my personal struggle, getting out of my father's shadow, he's also a respected star.
Sure.
So how do I separate myself from him? How do I convince people कि यार मैं सिर्फ जैकी श्रॉफ का बेटा नहीं हूँ, मैं टाइगर श्रॉफ हूँ.
Yeah.
जैकी श्रॉफ टाइगर श्रॉफ का डैड है.
Yeah.
How do I make that happen? So that for me was another challenge.
Oh, it's a big one.
And then the biggest challenge, of course, standing next to Hrithik Roshan and trying to keep up with him, trying to dance with him was a different journey altogether.
And also you managed to have a movie with him, like
exactly.
And what
exactly.
a movie!
Yeah.
Like superb. I mean, that must have been like a
that was a thing that I checked off on my to-do list.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important to set these goals for yourself. Write whatever thoughts you have. Speak to yourself. send those thoughts out to the universe. I know you guys know this already. I don't want to preach. But, you know, these words, your words manifest into reality. Be careful of what you say.
Yeah.
You know, choose your words wisely. Stay away from words like can't, don't, no. You know, don't negate, don't cancel out things. I am going to. I'm getting there. I will. I can. Not I may. I can.
Tiger, you got to become a motivational speaker, man. You're damn good.
I'm just
serious.
trying to tell you guys what's helped
No,
me.
but it's so
Nahi,
cool,
yaar,
you know?
Meri farti, I can't talk for too
No,
long.
you do so well. You do so well. Like, it's real, you know? The greatest speakers in the world are what they call real people who tell real stories. They don't have to be like these flashy speakers. They have to be authentic. And, you know...
I feel safe behind these glasses. You know, there's no need for me to wear shades right now. I'm not trying to act cool or anything, but it just keeps me safe. Because if I'm nervous, I can close my eyes behind this and nobody will know.
They wanna see your eyes. Yeah! So, ladies and gentlemen, I really want you to, you know, I really appreciate the fact that he's come out in the time of his movie promotion. So you guys give me one commitment. One is that you're going to watch the movie. Two.
Only if you want to. That's very kind of you, though. Please do watch Baghi 3. Yeah. It's in cinemas now, guys.
And number two, you got to take at least 10 people with you each. Right? I'm serious. Number three, promote it on social media. I'll take 2 or 3 questions quickly if you want to, if that's okay. Sure. Yeah. A couple of questions if somebody wants to ask.
Oh, play the song, then I can
play
dance.
The song.
I dance too.
Thanks. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you a big thanks to Tiger Shroff, one of the most incredible actors that I know, and of course, one of the most focused human beings, and I'm not kidding you, one of the most focused and determined guys that I've ever met. So please give him the best round of applause you can. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much.
We'll take one question very quickly.
So Tiger, hi, this is Omi. So like a lot of good things happens in your life, but sometimes when your movie flops, very low state, and again you said that you know you are son of a great star. So at that particular moment, how you cope up with all the things which is going around, social media, all those news and all. So at that particular, how you take yourself and you know ready for the next day?
You know, it's. Can you see me? Sorry. That's a great question. So initially, that used to just hit me like an earthquake, like a tsunami, and I used to feel like it's the end of the world. I used to feel like, yeah, why me? I worked so hard. Why me? Why did my film not work? Eventually, as I, progressed a little bit in my career, I thought about whenever you're in doubt, you have to remember why you started. Okay? Whenever you're in doubt, you remember why you started. Is this enough a reason for me to stop? What is my objective? What is my main goal? What is the incentive behind all this? Why am I doing what I'm doing? is that enough reason for me to stop? No, I just keep moving forward, you know, no matter how hard. The journey is not easy. There are going to be ups and downs. It's not going to be like this for everybody. But you've just got to keep the will. You've got to keep that self-belief. You've got to know that you are different from me. You are better than me at something. I'm better than you in something. Everybody out here is special in his or her own way. Okay? Thank you. But things like this shouldn't matter. So basically, you know, I'm like a racehorse, really, and I just see the finish line in front of me. I do my job, and then all the external factors decide whether that film works or not. And at the end of the day, there are higher forces as well working. Whether that's energy, whether that's, if you're spiritual, it's God. It's, yeah, it's a lot of factors.
You believe in law of attraction?
I do, yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do one more special thing, if I may. Tiger, my wife has been writing a book for the last 1.5 years, right? And it was Women's Day yesterday, and she wanted to launch the book. So I've got the first copy here today, and she would like to come and give it to you,
Oh,
if
that's
you
sweet.
will.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So
I am worth it, yeah. That's a good way of finishing off my, my little speech here. I am worth it.
so
Yeah.
So Sarah's,
Thank you.
this is her first book ever. And actually the book is geared towards helping women realize what their true worth is, right? So it's like, not to empower women, but it's more about, look, I'm worth it already. I don't have to remind myself.
I hate
Can
the
we get a
word
mic?
empower women.
Yeah,
you know?
it makes me
it's,
mad
it's
as
something
well.
that turns me off. I mean, why? I'm very competitive. Why empower some women when they're already more powerful than us men?
Exactly.
Why?
So-
You know what I mean?
You know, I wrote this book because I don't believe in equality. I mean, you're a man, I'm a woman. What you can do, I can't. What I can do, you can't. So why are we fighting for equality? In fact, I was just talking to a few of my friends here, and I was telling them I do want to be a woman, and I want to be very feminine because I do want men to open the door for me. I want them to pull a chair for me. I want them to pay for me. I want to be like a lady. Why would I want to be a man? Why would I want to even compete with a man? Why would I want men to be equal?
Oh.
That's a good one.
I like that.
So I just wrote this book because we women are also heroes, but we don't believe. All it takes is just to believe in yourself, and that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give Shah Rukh Khan, please give Tiger Shroff a big round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. I'll be back in a second. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tiger.